think we're live.
We're live.
Are we live?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
How exciting.
So exciting.
So
we've been waiting for this for so long to bring the first episode to everybody, right?
Yeah, it is so exciting to be here. You might have a slight delay. It's okay because we're live streaming and that's just how it works. But we're going to roll with it and just keep it going.
What else can you do?
Exactly. I'm so excited. So what are we excited about, Midori? Like what?
Yeah. Okay.
If somebody's new and they're tuning in or watching the replay, like what are we excited about?
Right. So Ed showed me a little clip from our very first video that we did on something called Periscope. It was 4.5 years ago was the first time that we had ever done live streaming. And now here we are. Now we have a show with 13 episodes. We actually have a show. And we have our first season all completed. We're going to be coming on live every Monday, 8 p.m. Pacific. And we're getting geared up for season 2, which is super. I can't believe what's happening and how things are unfolding. Yes. Yeah. And it's going to like a next level and all these new opportunities. But the reason why we wanted to come live with you is just kind of for those of you who have a business or have a profession and you want to get to the next level and you want to find a way to get yourself out there.
Yes.
Going live and being on screen is a really easy way to do it. It's kind of what's going on now because it's a way for people to see you and really get to know you. And there's no faking. There is no in here. This guy right here is always filming something with me, this TikTok and whatever else. I don't know what he's doing. But what I wanted to do with these shows is to be able to come on live, even though our shows are pre-recorded, and talk with you guys and let you know what's going on and let you know how much I screwed up during the show and how embarrassed I am about this or that or how I couldn't find a word. Just the reality of really what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And how we've gotten to where we are and how the show will really kind of progresses throughout the 13 episodes.
And that's what I love too about this. You guys are going to see me look down a lot, by the way, because I have to also manage some tech on the other side here. But I want you guys to understand, like, this is the cool thing about the show is that we have season 1. It, like Midori said, it's ready, it's done, and it's here. And if you stick with it and you watch it progress, that's the key. Like that's what I want you to really understand is that it's not just one of those shows where you watch 1 or 2 episodes and you're like, okay, I'm done. Like, it is what it is. Like, you're going to learn a lot, not just by the interviews and the tips that we give you, but if you really pay attention to what we've done from start to finish, you're going to be really, really impressed, and not just impressed with us and like, oh, wow, like Ed and Midori really, really are cool people. Like, they got this done. But you're going to be empowered to do the same for your business and be able to understand that you have the tools and resources, you have the right people that can help support you with that, and you're going to be able to do what we have done.
Right. And if not, you can just join us every Monday at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
For an excuse for wine.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
Because we will be drinking wine throughout the whole show, chatting with you guys in the chat box. There's going to be a chat box that pops up, I believe. I'm not the tech guy. He is. And then we'll be able to chat with you, answer your questions. Can we chat with them now?
Yeah.
Like, are they able to chat, type things in?
If you guys are on the website right now, you can chat on there. If you're watching us on Facebook, you can chat there. That's what I'm controlling over on the side here. And so, yeah, you're able to do that for it. And if you're not able to chat, then we need to have a talk.
So anyway, I'm just so excited to build this up and be able to really kind of interact with everybody. That's the fun part. So even though the show comes on at 8 p.m. Pacific, the recorded show will be here chatting with you throughout the whole time, answering questions, sharing funny stories in the background, how my eyelashes were coming out in the middle of an episode, or I forgot even where I was. I mean, there's so many things that have happened during the show.
It's true. And that's the cool thing about this show is that we're able to really just have a good time and really not have these expectations of it has to be perfect and you can't do XYZ because it's not perfect. Like we just rolled with it, and it made it so much easier on us, and it's so much more natural for us to just show up, deliver the content, and engage with you guys. See what I did there? Show up, deliver, and engage.
So brilliant. But really, and so, I mean, there's so much that you'll learn along the way. But one thing I want to say is when I came up, someone offered me this opportunity to have this show on this platform that is streaming all over the place. I mean, the fact that there's a distribution of over 60 million. I mean, I can't even comprehend really what that means. But unbelievable. But I'm just a girl who has a business and has had a couple businesses, and someone knew that I had been doing some lives. He's a friend of mine who I met at a business retreat, and he called me and offered me this opportunity, and it was too good to pass up. So one lesson is pay attention to opportunities that show up, and even if it scares you so much, really think about it because it may be something amazing. And what we've noticed is since we've started this process and the people that we're meeting, doors are opening, and I don't know where the show's going to go. We don't know what's going to happen, but it's a pretty exciting process so far. The people that have come on board for season 2 to help us, even we have two episodes that will be shown this first season.
I'm so excited for these, by the way.
My gosh,
you guys
those
might have
awesome.
seen some of the clips with my TikTok videos, but super excited about those.
Yeah, the special episodes with just rock stars, how these women were these business tycoons, really.
Yeah.
And what we got from them and the editing that's going on, it's just unbelievable. So that'll be coming probably, fingers crossed, the 5th or 6th episode is what we're shooting for. So
and that's the thing. Like, again, we don't know where it's going to go. We don't know what happens next. But as business owners, we really never know, right? We never know, like, when that next opportunity is going to walk up to the door or is going to open the door to that opportunity. We never know when that next sale is coming or, whatever it is. So that's the beauty of this show, is that we're just rolling with it. We're doing what we know how to do and sharing our expertise. And
not even just our expertise. I have an expertise in what can go wrong. Yeah. I've gotten very good. I've owned a number of businesses over the years, and I talked about pay attention to opportunities, but I have to say I've also had opportunities that come up that took me down a really bad path. Yeah. So I can say that I've kind of become an expert at what to avoid because it can be very costly with your time and money and also your ego. I mean, that's been a tough one for me, is that I've made some big fat mistakes over the years, and what it does to your self-confidence is tough. And that's why I always talk about this mental, your mindset and managing your mind and having a growth mindset, success mindset, because it takes that to be able to persevere through these challenges. Yeah. So I will keep teaching you that because it's important to sharpen that and to always be aware of it.
And to keep hearing it over and over and over, because it's so easy for us to forget.
Right.
We hear it once and we're like, okay, yeah, check the box. And then we move on to the next thing and then we forget. So keep hearing it over and over really helps.
It does.
To stick to that successful mindset.
It does. Yep. And it becomes this muscle that you build up where that's just the way you are. That's your life. So I don't want to keep on talking about it because I could. We're about to start the show. Yes. Everyone have their wine. So Ed, I'm going to give you your wine in a second. I know your hands are full. Yep. But let's cheers to all of you. Ready? Ding. Cheers. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, that's good wine. Very nice wine.
Well, only the best for you, Ed.
I know. Isn't that true? So we are about to start here, and let's get into it. Bear with us, guys, while we switch over to episode 1.
Welcome to the MOX Life Show, where we help you create a mindset for easier success and prosperity so that you can live a MOX lifestyle. And I am incredibly excited for today's show because we have Candy Barone as our guest, and she is amazing. She is a business accountability coach, and she's going to be sharing how to ignite your potential by cutting the noise. We're going to find out what she means by noise. And then we have our very own biz techologist, Ed Troxel, who's going to be talking about mind mapping, which is this really cool way of getting super organized and understanding your information quickly like that. But before we get to all of that, we have the MOX Life tip of the day. Are you one of those who sets these amazing goals? It can be a goal for weight loss, for exercise, for your business, finances, whatever it is. And you set a date like you're supposed to, and then you get to that date and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't achieve that goal. Problem with that is what can happen is over time, our self-confidence, our self-trust, and our momentum for our business goes down. So that's why this is a big issue. But what I'm going to do today is share 3 tips, 3 things that you can put in your pocket to help you be more successful in achieving your goals. So the first step is creating a 90-day goal. So forget the year-long goal, the 5-year, the 10-year, the million-year. It is continuously shown in studies that 90 days is the key number to be the most successful for setting up your goals. So take whatever that big goal is and chunk it down into 90 days. Number 2, the next thing you want to do is think about vision. So not just the vision board, we're so beyond that, but also where you are right now. Be super clear in your vision of where you are. Here's why. Because if you know where you want to go, you have that vision of what you want to achieve, and you're right here, but you don't understand what you already have, where you're really strong at, your zone of genius, which you're going to hear me talk about a lot, but also what you need. Do you need to have another person come in to help you? Is there a new skill that you need to learn? Is there a new technology that will help you achieve this goal? That's why it's important to understand where you are right now. And then number 3 is creating your blueprint. So that's where you set it up, you know what your big fat goal is, and you break it down into bite-sized pieces so that every single week you are focused and you know what you need to be doing so that you are not getting taken away by these little shiny objects that can get in so many of that just slows us down and creates conflict within our business. So that is our tip of the day. I hope that helps you. Make sure to stay with us because next up is our guest, Candy Barone. He's going to be sharing how to ignite your potential by cutting the noise. Definitely want to have that pen and paper ready. As you can see, we are here with the beautiful Candy Barone. And Candy, thank you for being here with us.
Oh, thank you so much, Midori, for having me. It is such an honor to be here with you today.
So Candy, you left your job in Fortune 100, and what did you do next? What happened? How did you end up with this new business, and kind of walk me through how you got there?
Yeah, well, one of the things I realized as we were bringing in other consultants, trainers, and speakers was I had a message as powerful or more than what we were doing in-house, and there was no accountability, there was no integration, and for me, that was such a frustration point that I'm like, look, if I can have a vision and play in someone else's vision and be this successful, imagine what would happen if I stepped out and did it on my own with a vision that actually meant something to me. And so that was the big turning point for me to leave and make a decision to do what I'm doing now.
Okay, awesome. And was there anything internal that you thought, things that you were seeing with your friends and people around you? Because often when we are in a career, we're around other people who are like us. Was there anything that you thought, you know what, I'm seeing that it's not just me, that there's other people around me that are having issues?
Yeah, one of the biggest ahas, and it was when I started to lean in and watch things around me, is I started to watch everyday conversations. And it could be at the water cooler, it could be in the boardroom, it could be out in your community. And the conversation went something like this. Say you and I would run into each other, and we'd be like, how's it going? And all of a sudden I'd say, Midori, you have no idea. Girl, I am so busy. I have 4,000 plates I'm spinning. I got to get dinner on the table, 3 projects, and I got to get kids to soccer practice. Where you would then respond and say, Candy, please. You think you're busy? Let me tell you how busy I am. You got 4,000 plates, I got 5. And it's like, who can one up each other? And we've created this culture of who can outsuck who. And our metric in every aspect, especially in business, has been, I'm so busy, my life sucks, I win. And something just broke for me, which is like, that is ludicrous, that is insane, and we have got to reclaim something back that's more meaningful in our lives.
Okay, so I know that Candy talks a lot about this concept of noise. So Candy, tell us a little bit more about what you mean by destruction from noise.
Yeah, so when I talk about destroy the noise, it's 5 categories. The N represents the negative self-talk, opinions, or negative self-talk, filters, and frames. The O is the opinions of others that you choose to internalize. The I then becomes the inefficiencies you're creating in your everyday activities. The S is the shoulding that you're doing all over yourself. And the E is the excuses that you create and perpetuate, usually from one of 4 categories of fear. Fear of being judged or criticized, fear of money, fear of rejection, or fear of failure.
Yep, and the fear always comes from when you really, I love that. That was so awesome. When you start digging into the fear, underneath it all is always shame. So they go hand in hand.
Yes, and what's interesting is when you look at destroy the noise, not one of those things stands out by themselves. They play together, and it's a complete chain storm throughout the entire thing, because it ultimately comes down to we don't value ourselves enough to create the right boundaries to effectively say yes to the things that matter to us, and more importantly, say no to the things that don't.
Yes. Thank you. That was incredible. And I mean, we could go on and on, like we said earlier. We could go on and on. Look how awesome Candy is. Her earring was tapping on her microphone. So she went off and she took it off. And look how beautiful she looks with one earring. But thank you so much, Candy. How can we find out more information on you?
Yeah, you can go to my brand new website, which is up and running, candybarone.com. You can see what I've got going on. You also can access a free copy of my book, which is the 13 strategies on how to destroy the noise. And it gives you some things that you can implement in your everyday ways that you're showing up and ways to destroy that noise.
Awesome. Perfect. So for all of you, I know she went through it really quickly because of time. Go get that gift because you really, really want to learn more about what noise is all about, because I'm sure it will make a huge, huge change in the direction of your life. Thank you so much, Candy, for being here with us.
Thank you so much, Victoria. It's been my pleasure.
Okay, tell me about this mind mapping thing. I love anything that helps me be more organized and also see things easier and understand it better. So tell me, what is this mind mapping app that you have?
Okay, so I love finding new tools and resources that anybody, but especially business owners, can use to their advantage and keep them organized and be able to get what's up here out visually. So on your phone, if you go to the App Store, you can actually get an app called Simple Mind Plus. It's a free app. They also have a paid version of it. But what's really neat about it is it allows you to beautifully mind map your ideas so that you take that big idea, put it in the middle, and then you start branching out. And you can color code, you can add notes, you can do all of these things. And I'll show you in a minute here what that demo looks like. But it's beautiful. There's tons of features that are there, but the whole point is to get what's up here out and have a visual sense of what it is, because it simplifies everything. You know, I always refer back to the BSQ method: think big, act small, move quickly. And this app will help you do that.
Very cool. I can't wait to see more about it. Thank you, Ed.
Of course.
Brilliant.
Once you download the Simple Mind Plus app from the App Store, you can then create folders, which, as you can see on my screen, I have a test folder. And in the lower right, there's the plus with the down triangle. When you click on that, you can either create a new mind map or add a folder. For this purpose, we're going to create a new mind map. As you can see, it tells you central theme. So we'll say big idea, and then we'll tap outside. Now, from here, there are many things that you can do, but I just want to show you how to quickly build this out. All you have to do is tap on the plus and then type in step 1 and tap outside. Then we'll come back to the big idea. We'll press the plus again. We'll say step 2 and tap outside. And you can drag these all around just like you see here. You can move your screen around. You can add more on top of this and stretch it out. You can even then come over here. You can hit the 3 dots and then connect the 2. So there's many things that you can do. And when you're done with your mind map, you can actually hit the share button, which is the arrow coming out of the box. And you have all of these options, including the easiest one, saved photos. And it will save an image of your mind map. So that's just a quick look at Simple Mind Plus, which is a free app you can get in the App Store and create a mind map to help you get your ideas from your head out on paper.
Guess what time it is? It is time for random news. And I love this part because it's so fun to look at all these stories. And so the one that I found is about this multi-millionaire. We're keeping it in the business, or this story is about business.
Yeah.
A multi-millionaire who went out and he used his Tesla to become a driver for Uber.
Oh.
Yes. And the reason why is because he wanted to do this testing. He wanted to basically do market research. He had a business that was starting, and it was all about reviewing his employees. Somehow, whatever he was doing was tied in with that. And so anyway, he went out and he became an Uber driver, and he got all kinds of reviews. But here's one of the interesting things that I learned in his article was that he was super shy. And so it was a big challenge for him. And so he had to he kind of had to gamify it for himself, that when he went out, to come up with all these things to talk to people about and see how much he could talk to them about. Because what he found was that the more you engage with somebody, as we know,
Yes.
the more you're going to get higher rankings. Yes. So anyway, I like this story because it talks about market research. A lot of times we get behind our computers,
Yep.
and we're like, oh, I know that I'm right. My gut tells me I'm right because I read in a book one time, right? And we have these assumptions that take us off track, and we're wrong.
Oh, totally.
So going out and doing market research, like his name is Paul English, it's just so brilliant, I feel. So anyway.
Oh, big time. And
yeah.
Market research is huge. And when you can get out in front of people and talk and get out of that shyness, like I'm shy. I know I'm not now, but I was a long time being in that mindset of I can't talk to anybody. I don't know what to do. So this is huge to be able to get out there and do that market research.
Yeah, so I really like this story. Okay, what do you got for us?
So I love this one. How many of you have heard of or are fans of Friends?
Love Friends.
Friends.
We used to get together and watch it all the time.
I don't know anybody who doesn't love Friends. And even the teenagers these days are watching old episodes. I mean, it's like the hottest thing on Netflix, which is actually going to get pulled soon. That's a whole other news story. But Friends, they now are coming out with a Lego set of Central Park. How cool is that?
I don't get it. So it's Legos with Friends. How's it tied in?
It's
I don't get it.
whole setup. So Lego is now going to have a Lego set that you could build that is the set of Friends at Central Park. So you can have that in your home. How cool is that?
Super cool.
I'm super excited. It's probably going to sell out in less than 5 minutes.
I think so.
Yeah. So
I think so.
Be sure to check that out.
Get it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one more story that I thought was so funny.
Yeah.
It is about, is it the story? No, it's about this lady who's 45 years old. She went and married a 300-year-old pirate.
300? All right, so I know that like, there's something, how did you get to 300-year-old pirate?
How do you marry a 300-year-old anything?
Yeah.
So she did this. She went through and she married this pirate whose name is Jack. Jack something, I guess, Tisdale or something. It's not Jack Sparrow, but she actually did it. She hired a medium, a psychic, to help be the person who's talking through him. Yes, I swear to God, this really happened. But what she did was she said she was living in her house, and for 6 months, she felt this prayer in her room. Ends up she believes that it's the Jack, whoever, pirate. And so she said that over time, she started developing feelings for him, and she talked with them, and they decided to get married.
Okay, well, funny that you should mention that because there was another story today. I was live on the radio where a gentleman who has been talking to this woman for a year, Facebook Messenger, that's all they've communicated. They've developed feelings. They've talked about getting married. Red flags left and right, FYI. And he's tried to talk about meeting the other person, not having it. She was like always dodging it.
This doesn't sound like it's going anywhere good.
Oh no. And then he's, over that year period of time, he's sent at least $1,000 a couple times for her to help pay her bills. And then they called her on the radio to try to get her on live because he wanted to actually talk to her and try to go out with her.
Yeah.
And she hung up.
Oh, live on the radio, there's nothing worse than that. Oh,
Yeah.
poor pumpkin.
So, moral of the story, folks, please do your research, market research, and make sure to pay attention to the signs because they are there. You just have to want to see them because it's all up here in the mind.
There you have it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the MOX Life Show. If you'd like to get some more tools to help you with your mindset and your brain and creating new loops, I invite you to go to the moxlife.com where I have free tools there, videos, blogs, all kinds of stuff, even an assessment. And it's all there to help you get to the stage that you want to be at. I want to thank CoLabs here in Santa Rosa for providing this amazing place. They have been so generous with us so that we can film these shows and get them out to you. And I want to leave you with the gratitude attitude. Remember to wake up every morning, say at least three things that you are grateful for, and watch how your day blossoms. Till next time.
All right. How was it?
Thank you, everyone, for being here with us.
This was awesome.
Yeah, it was so nice to see you actually watching the show. Again, we progressed quite a bit over the season. And I don't know if you could tell from the very beginning when I started, I was a little stiff, trying to remember all my lines. I had read them a bunch of times. And so it didn't flow how I had wanted. But I have to say, by the 10th episode or so, it got a little easier.
Yeah. Well, and that's the cool thing, that's why we wanted to do this live with you guys, to be able to see not only the episode, but also have where we started with live broadcasting and being able to share this moment with you guys. And, like I said, I'm looking down because I'm over here helping you out on Facebook, chatting with you, Dory's on the phone chatting, like it's a lot of work. So.
It was seriously, I was looking at the comments and I was listening to the thing, trying to pair what I was saying with it. And
we didn't even really have time to have any popcorn or wine. I mean, we had a teeny bit.
Totally sober.
But that's what we love about doing this, is just live streaming is just so much fun. And to be able to now take both worlds, live recording, is a beautiful thing. And that's at least what I know we both really want to stress to you, is that the importance of that for any business, no matter what stage you're at, that's a big deal.
It is. It really is. So we hope you enjoyed this. We will be back next Monday. And then just so you know, all these episodes are, so the episode is airing 14 times in a week. So it's twice a day, every day, until the following Monday when the new episode starts. On just about any streaming app. So Apple TV, not sure about Hulu, I will find out. DirecTV, Comcast. Roku, yeah, all over. So anyway, thank you for being on this journey with us.
Yeah.
Till next Monday.
Take care, guys. If you're watching the replay, be sure to say hello and drop a comment. Tell us what you learned from it, what you experienced. It's all good.